Hi, I'm Trev Alberts of CSTV.com. It's time to dip into the mailbag, and we thank you for sending in some questions. The questions get better each and every week. Our first question comes from Jesse from California, who asks, is Arizona State a legitimate threat in the Pac-10? You certainly have to give respect to Dennis Erickson and the job that he's done. Arizona State sitting at 6-0, but a closer look at the schedule reveals that Arizona State simply hasn't played a lot of great teams so far. We will learn about Arizona State down the stretch. In particular, it's the next 5 games. 3 teams they play in the next 5 weeks include both Cal, Oregon, and USC. Of course, we'll find out if Arizona State's legit. So far, 6-0, a great start under Dennis Erickson, but time will tell whether they'll truly compete in the Pac-10. Our second question is from Aaron from Texas, who says, who is your Heisman frontrunner? Or do we even have a frontrunner? I think it's a great question, Aaron. Bottom line, you look at college football, all the upsets, no dominant individual team. I think you can say maybe LSU has been somewhat dominant, but even they have struggled at times. No dominant player in the Heisman race either. It seems from week to week, another guy stepping up. I think that benefits a guy like Darren McFadden. At what point do you hold against an individual player his team's lack of success? I say it this way. Arkansas sits at 3-2. Historically, Heisman Trophy winners have played on outstanding teams that have great records. Well, Darren McFadden's numbers have been outstanding. He's certainly on my Heisman list. How about Matt Ryan of Boston College? At some point, you have to respect what the Eagles have done, and Coach Jeff Jagodzinski's done an outstanding job as a new head coach there. Of course, Matt Ryan with 15 touchdowns already plays a Notre Dame team that's given up some big plays on defense. He certainly could have a huge weekend. And Graham Harrell of Texas Tech. I know he's a system quarterback, and you can look at quarterbacks at Hawaii and Texas Tech. But at some point, especially given the season we've had and you considering other candidates, Graham Harrell has 28 touchdowns already. 28 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. Obviously, I think he's a candidate. What about Glenn Dorsey at LSU? What about a defensive player? Because there hasn't been any great individual offensive performances. So those are a few guys on my list. Those are the questions for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, feel free to email me at trevmailbag@cstv.com. Enjoy the weekend's games.